on me, right?
I qualified for nationals, for USAT Nationals in August, and I also have the Augusta 70.3 on the schedule for September. So my house is a mess, but it's worth it. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go to USAT Nationals, but that's the plan right now. I have until tonight at midnight to register. But if you saw last week's episode, you saw that it was a pretty epic training week, but this week is going to be even more epic. That being said, today is Monday. It's Monday morning, a little before 4 a.m., and all I have on the schedule today is an easy swim session and some mobility later because, well, for two reasons. I had a really big weekend of training and my body just needs a bit of a rest, but also I have some other responsibilities outside of training to take care of today. So it's a good day to have an easier training day, and then I will definitely be making up for it on the other days this week. So I'm not planning to film this swim today. I'm just gonna go there and again do my easy swimming and relax a bit, but I will post the time up here like I always do, and it'll be a bit slower than usual, but that's definitely okay today. And then I will see you tomorrow morning on Tuesday for a much bigger day of training. Good morning on Tuesday. I'm coming to you from the bike on the trainer in the house today because just prepping my hydration for this ride made me sweaty. It is not just hot, like I can handle the high temperature, the heat. You know, it's already 80 degrees this morning. It's gonna get up to 97 Fahrenheit, which is high 30s Celsius, I believe. But it's so humid here. Oh, the humidity is a killer. And just taking my dog out feels like I am drinking water, warm water, when I breathe the air out there. So I'm not even going to attempt it this morning. It would be good heat training, but it might be almost to the point of dangerous. So I have a 2.5 hour ride with 5 by 10 minutes at 90% FTP. So that's going to be a tough one. And then a 20-minute brick run, and then upper body strengthening today. I think it's upper body, might be lower body, I'm not sure, but some kind of strength training today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on that. I do have the fan on today, thank goodness, because even with central air, just standing here, I'm getting sweaty. So let's get this bike done anyway, see how it goes. 2 of those intervals are done. And this is really kicking my behind today. But 1 hour in, hour and a half to go, and 3 more of the intervals. And then it's time for the brick run. Definitely gonna be on the treadmill. I'm sweating buckets in here. So I'm off the bike and onto the run, and it is so hot outside. I just took my dog out in between these 2 workouts, and wow, it's not actually hot, it's humid, so humid. So maybe I'm being a baby, but I'm going to run these 20 minutes on the treadmill and then rest for a while before lifting. So once we get the lifting done, that will be it for Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early on Wednesday before the pool. Good morning on Wednesday. I did go ahead and register for nationals next month. So on August 8th, I will be racing the Olympic triathlon in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I'm really looking forward to it, but I am a little bit nervous. The best of the best at that distance are going to be there, so it'll be fun, and I'm just really happy that I qualified and that I got invited. So I'm training for that in addition to the Augusta 70.3, in addition to a full Ironman, potentially Madison or Chattanooga next year in 2027. So yeah, a lot on the schedule. But this morning I have a swim and I'm getting ready to head there. It's kind of a tough swim this morning with some distance intervals, but I'll get it done. And then it is again still so humid outside. It's 3:30 and 3:45 in the morning and it's already 80 degrees and 100% humidity. It's supposed to get up to 97 again, so more than likely the run will be indoors on the treadmill because it's a pretty long run today, 13 miles, and we know I'm probably going to try to make that 13.1. So and after that I have another strength training session, so big day today that I will take you along. So the swim is done, and it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I had intervals of 500, and that's tough. But I got it done, and I'm on the treadmill because it is already in the high 80s, almost 90, and very humid. It's supposed to get up to 97, but I saw someone online just posted with regards to training outside in this weather to do what makes you a better athlete, not what's more comfortable. And I could not disagree more because they just canceled Ironman Nice in France because of the high temperature, which was the same as it is here. And then we also have the humidity stacked on top of that. So obviously it is a safety concern, and I know that you can't predict the conditions on race day, but if the conditions are such that races have been canceled for the safety of the athletes, then I don't feel like I have to prove anything by going out there and training in the same conditions today. And you know, if it was a very easy, very short run and I didn't have a swim this morning and I could have gotten up super early and done it outside, I would have maybe tried it. But this is a 13-mile run and I don't have a choice but to get started with it today after 8:30 in the morning when it's already hot. So yeah, with that being said, I would say choose what keeps you alive and able to make it to race day, and don't worry about trying to prove something by getting out in the heat if it's so bad that you probably wouldn't even have your race anyway. So with that being said, I'm gonna get my 13 miles done this morning on the treadmill. Good morning on Thursday. Don't mind the hair. It's my signature look, I guess, in the mornings, but normally this would be a swim day. My schedule's a little off this week because I think I've said before, I have a family member that's been having some health issues, so I've kind of mixed things up a bit just to keep everything that I need to do on my schedule for my training, but also to prioritize my family. So it's all working out. It's just a little bit hectic around here. As you can see, my house is a total mess. And at 3 o'clock in the morning this morning, I actually got up and did my dishes for the first time in probably 4 or 5 days at least. And I don't have a dishwasher, so they had really piled up, but I got them done. But this morning I have a bike session I'm going to do on the trainer because it's going to be 98 degrees Fahrenheit today with very high humidity. We're still in the middle of this heat wave, and like I said yesterday, it's really not worth trying to prove anything by going outside. I know some people do it, and that's great. Like, I'm not knocking them for it, but personally, if my race is going to be canceled because of these conditions, like in other places, I'm not going to force myself to do it. So I'm going to get the training done and stay safe and do it in the house. The bike is 3 hours today with 3 by 25 minutes at race pace. And then I have a 30-minute brick run. And again, I'll do that on the trusty treadmill today, and then just a little bit of core strength, not as much or not as high volume as the past couple of days strength training has been, which even at that, those weren't incredibly high volume. So I'm gonna get all that done today. I'll film a bit as I go, but I'll be honest, I'm not trying to make my appearance look like anything special this week with the way the weather is, because even in the house with the air conditioning, the air is just still so heavy with the humidity. So it's, that's Ohio, like I've said before. So I'm gonna hop on the bike and we'll see you there. So the first interval is done, and guess what I forgot again? If you guessed the fan, that would be it. So I'm on the easy section right now, and if I can catch a coffee break, I might go grab it, but honestly I might just power through because there's not very many other people on this route. I forget what it's called, but it's this Zwift route that goes like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. Deca Dash route that no one wants to do. And for some reason I picked it today, so I'll probably just power through it and see how it goes. But first interval went well. Second interval is done. And again, it wasn't too bad, but I'm sweating buckets, even in the air conditioning. So we're almost an hour and a half in and only one interval to go. So kind of on the back end of this, I guess. The third interval is done. It was a little tough, I will admit, but those are done, and I have a half hour to spin out here. So pretty much done with this bike, and I have to say that I think putting the carbs in the hydration is helping, but with the orange juice and maple syrup, I would definitely treat it like a gel. So it's not hydrating whatsoever. So either put it in little pouches or only take sips of it is what I would recommend. But yeah, I've been drinking from Raw, the company Raw, their drink with carbs in it, and that, I have to say, has really been helping with my ability to keep going on these high endurance training sessions. So I highly recommend that. Or some sort of drink with carbs in it. with your electrolytes. And after this, I have a half-hour brick run I'm planning to do it on the treadmill at about 10 pace, and then 15 minutes of core. So I'll put those up here, all my data for today, and that will be it for Thursday. And I'll see you tomorrow for Friday's training. Good morning on Friday. My days are so mixed up this week. Number one, because I'm so tired. And number two, because Friday is not usually a swim day, but that's just the way it worked out this week. So I'm going to be like mixed up all weekend probably, because it's also a holiday weekend here in America. So yeah, today's swim set is a little challenging, but it's not really a speed session. So yeah, I'll get through it like always. I actually really enjoy the swimming. And then after that, I have an 8-mile run, 2 easy, 4 tempo, 2 easy. So today is a bit of a down day, and like I said, I'm tired, so I'm totally fine with that. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I just realized, I know what I was going to say now, is that I just realized this week's episode is probably going to be fairly boring because everything has been indoors because of the heat wave. So I apologize now that it hasn't been very exciting, and it's supposed to rain all weekend. So I would prepare yourselves for Saturday and Sunday to be inside as well, unless we get lucky and it doesn't rain and also cools down. But next week, it looks like highs are only in the 80s, fingers crossed. So maybe next week's episode will be a little more exciting. But we'll see you at the pool.
Drop that. Drop that.
Good morning on Saturday. It's been storming all night, so I was planning on running on the treadmill for 16 miles today, but it looks like the storms might be out of the area. It's just kind of sprinkling a little bit, and the humidity is tolerable, I will say. So I'm going to head to the track with all of this stuff. Just in case it does start storming again, and I can just hop in the car and come home and finish the run on the treadmill. But we've got the running shoes. I'm going to wear the super shoes today just because. Headphones are necessary for the track. And then I've got 3 of these gels, which I haven't tried yet. So yeah, I want to try those and see how they do with my stomach. I've heard a lot of good things about them. And then all of my electrolytes are in here. There is actually 5 soft flasks and 1 bottle in there. And there are gummy bears and some applesauce pouches in there just in case the gels don't drive with my stomach. And then obviously the Ziploc bag for my phone in case it starts pouring down rain, and a towel to soak up my sweat. So I think that's everything I'm going to need out there today, and I will take you along with me and we will see how it goes. It will be, this might actually be the first outdoor workout of this entire week here on Saturday. I think it is actually. So maybe we'll get some actual like entertainment in this episode. But we'll see you out there. So I'm parked here with like all of this equipment because I forgot they're putting new water lines in on this road. But today's a holiday, so they shouldn't be working. And yeah, I guess it's just not going to make for some great scenery on this run. But it's the track anyway, so it's going to be pretty repetitive. Yeah. Good morning on Sunday. We have breakfast here before a 5.5 hour bike ride, and it's supposed to storm off and on all day. So the bike ride will be on the trainer, and honestly, I'm still tired, so I'm going to take this bagel and strawberry whipped cream cheese that I am obsessed with right now to bed and have breakfast in bed because I need to rest a little bit before I get on this bike for almost 6 hours. I'll show you that I have all of my hydration and snacks prepped. This is, I think, going to be the longest I've ever ridden on the trainer. I think my longest ride is 5 hours, so yeah, we'll see if we can get this done today. I have the option of a 40-minute brick run after this. I'm not sure if I'm going to opt to do it or opt to do a shorter one or just opt out. But that's the plan for today. So I'm gonna go grab my bagel and go lay down in bed and eat my breakfast in bed. And then I'm going to come back here and get this party started. So I don't know if you can hear me with the sound of the bike plus the fan running, which I actually remembered this time, but my goal was to get on the bike here by 5:30 in the morning, and I got on by 5:05. So I'm feeling good about that. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it like super easy the whole time and just ensure I can go the distance, or I don't know. I haven't decided. Or if I'll push the pace a little bit towards the beginning and then back off at the end. We'll see. But I think I have everything I need. I have my headphones. I have the TV so I can watch YouTube. So we're in for a long ride. And I probably won't film anymore until the end to let you know how it went. So I'm 2.5 hours in, not even quite halfway, but I am hungry. And what told me, I have food here to eat, and I've been eating the gummy bears, but that orange juice and maple syrup is really holding me together on this ride. So I'm actually on my second bottle of it, not even just sips, and it is really helping. So I'm not saying that you should do it, but I'm just saying that it's helpful for me. And yeah, I think I'm gonna eat a power bar here, and I also have some pretzels and Rice Krispie treat and more gummy bears to get through this, but I'm about ready to start in on the power bar and get the second half of this ride done. So I have about 12 minutes left on my 5.5 hour ride that I'm just gonna spin out here. That was Whew, I don't even know how to describe it because I feel a little delirious, but I had to put the headphones on and get some music going to get me through this. But I'm glad I'm on the trainer because it's nice out now, but it did storm earlier. So anyways, I still haven't decided if I'm going to do that brick run or not, but I'll put the data from the ride up here. It's going to be around 90 some miles, and then I will, if I do the brick run, I will put that up here as well. But if nothing's there, then I didn't do it. But yeah, glad I'm almost done with this. This was probably the best ride of my life, I would have to say. So thanks for watching. This will be it for Sunday, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
For me, right?